Who's ready? Who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom! Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. Oh, I'm your host with the mostest, Marky Satan. Every morning I wake up and I'm blessed to live my life. I literally just sat here in the morning listening to the Neville Goddard in the background, which you should always be listening to Neville Goddard. And let me let you sink in with the moment with me.
Everything you desire already exists. Not in some far-off future, not in the hands of someone more fortunate than you, and not in the approval of others. It exists now, here within you. The moment you imagine something with clarity and feeling, you are not asking for it, you are creating it. The great misunderstanding is that people believe they must wait, they must struggle, they must earn. But consciousness is the only reality. Your assumption, not your effort, is what manifests. To act as if you already have it is not to pretend. It is to know. When you close your eyes and dwell in the state of the wish fulfilled, you are not daydreaming. You are entering the only place where true creation occurs, the inner world. What you assume to be true becomes true. What you claim as yours in consciousness must echo into the material world, for the world is nothing but a mirror, reflecting your inner arrangement of belief and feeling. But many ask, how do I hold on to the vision? And here is the paradox. You must let go. Detachment is not indifference. It is certainty. It is the deep knowing that what you have imagined is already yours. And because it is yours, there is no need to cling. The man who clings is still doubting. The man who detaches is resting in faith. Detachment is not the absence of desire.
This is what it's like to wake up in your dreams every morning. No belly, samurai shorts at the ready, drink water fresh out the morning. I wanted to show people just how important it is to set their alignment, you know, to set the vibe.
You will speak differently. You will think.
Everything about this, from what I had listened to in the morning to the vibration that I see when I open my doors, it's a full-on blessing to be able to preach and teach to people from this beautiful balcony with fresh air and springtime trees. I was up till about 5 o'clock this morning trying to get my phone ready and aligning myself with my spirit. And I had a conversation with a future employee. His name is Jeremy, just like my brother. And as I was talking to him, I ran out of tobacco. Here's some without money. And I was trying to roll my joint. You guys already know Saints Addiction. You already know the morning motivation. You already know. I don't have to really explain to most people what it is. And I couldn't believe that the homie knew a homie from across the street that would go and buy it for me. Now, the other day I reached and bought some for my friend because he was nicotine fitting and he didn't have any money. He's like, I'm fucking broke. I need tobacco. I said, let's get you your own pack. So that way you don't offload my sack. When it was time for him to repay me, there was nothing. You know, I'm out of town. I have an excuse. I paid my rent, all sorts of shit. This is not what manifestation's about. What was weird is the new friend who came to the shop and wanted to order some things and introduced me to a really popular artist, and we're talking about creations. We went live. He's talking about Magic the Gathering. It's all part of the plan. And in this plan, he calls a friend and he's like, hey, I got a guy that lives across the street. And that guy went into the store, waited in line 10 deep and apologized because it was so deep. He's like, I don't know what's going on. There were so many people. And I'm like, how are you even apologizing to me? You know what I mean? Like, you showed up and showed out when no one else was around. And I kind of make this statement. The statement went something like, what am I going to do? Wake up my neighbors and ask them to borrow their phones so I can have Skype credit or call Boost Mobile to turn my fucking phone back on at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning? You know, can't you borrow someone's phone around you? What part of I'm in Finland didn't you get, bud? You know? And no, it's 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. No, I'm not going to go over and wake someone up, a stranger, so I can borrow their phone and knock on the door. But a stranger showed up below with this tobacco because of a new friend. And this body showed up because of commitment. And my mentality showed up because of Neville Goddard. Now, I would like to say I've been listening to this stuff for years. It's not true. But the same thought, the same mentality has come true. I can already feel the spring come through the air, through that front window. And the best part about it all, you know, is that I'm here. You know, I'm here without my belly. I'm here without my fear. I'm here without no worry. It literally is here with me, this whole body. And I looked up and I was just like, God damn, Saint, you really made it happen. You really lived this life to rent places all over the world and do it without a belly and do it without fear. Bro, I made it. I couldn't believe that an employee was shocked at a business I developed. I sat there and I said, man, I've traveled the world. You got your 8 hours. I got my 8 hours. And then the other guy's got his 8 hours. 3 times 8 is 24. That's a full 24 hours. You're not going to work 24 hours. You need 8 hours of sleep. But while my teammates are sleeping, I'm working. And when I'm sleeping, they're working. So we created the full work schedule. A full day of work has been scheduled. And now the dude is sitting there going, what? Like that, you know what I mean? And I'm like, that makes a lot of sense to me. And there he's going like, I can't wait to work with you guys. I can't wait to be a part of this thing. And I was like, I made it. I have made it where I'm the CEO of an international business. My business is successfully running so I can afford places like this, right? Spring is in the air. And my manifestation powers are so strong that I can find somebody to get me the things that I want. That I can reach out into the universe and receive all of my blessings. And I just love my body. You know what I mean? I'm just loving every part of it. You know, I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, God damn, this is really me. You know, at 45 years old, I'm not even sucking it in. You know, I feel it. The pull-ups feel me. I'm pulling myself up out of my tragedy. The thought zones of oh, she doesn't love me or they won't understand was my path to withstand. You know, it was my path to show people what I was really made out of. It was my path to be honest about my addictions, and then to hear somebody that's got like 300 million views go, Saint's Addiction, that's a really cool name. I'm like, yeah, someone tried to steal it. It was called Saint Addiction down in Santa Barbara, trying to do a men's fucking shop, right? Trying to be like me. To be like me, to achieve, right? Even before the bank balance, even before the physicality, even before your muscles start popping on the live, I'm trying to tell you, it pops off live in my mind. Like, I didn't want to believe in other people's negativity. I didn't want to, onboard other people's perspective of me. Matter of fact, recently, one of my ex-friends, now I got to call her an ex-friend, teed off on me talking about all your girls are from the streets. Jealous of my reliable models, but she hasn't modeled for me. She got fat on the couch smoking cigarettes, yelling at her kids, drinking, day drinking, telling me what real is. And I'm like, do you even know what real is? Do you even know how you really are? And then that's why I posted this morning. My real is to keep my peace away from things that distract me, away from people that want to be negative towards me or be a secret hater or a secret fan or secretly jealous. It was like she wanted to model for me, but she got too fat, so she calls the other girls ugly. Silly shit like that. And I don't see her building anything that I could tear down and come back and go, well, yeah, you didn't raise your kids right. You know, what are we going to do with that? Nothing. So she told me to go away, and I gladly blocked her. We can all move away from people that don't understand our situations, that don't understand our mind. It is more important that the universe feels us, that we fill ourselves with the positivity, with the I can do this. And now I look at my body and it's like, oh yeah, it looks like a foregone conclusion. Look at this guy. He's all buff and stuff. You know, bro, I have been fasting for over a year to get here. From 3 to 11, I can smash anything I want. And here it is. My life that I wanted. With my laptop behind you, with Neville Goddard in the background every morning telling me it is up in my mind. It's of my imagination. It's for me to live in this state for just a minute. And it happened in this kitchen. I'm not joking with you. In this kitchen, right here, right now, I had like a ketamine moment. That all the moments that I've ever had lived inside of each other. And that I could distance myself. I asked my friend, have you ever started walking and then like you were walking in a different location? Like, I remember walking around the Great Wall of China. I remember the streets of Thailand. All of these things live inside me. And if I suppress them, if I forget them, if I stop talking about them, then they'll die. But with the advent of my mind, it was like all things were connected. All the things, all the times I've been into different condos, different Airbnbs, different situations, different destinations, it's all combined in my favor. Like even the bad stuff, even South Korea in prison made me a beast. Look at this man. I came out a monster, right? I went in a man and came out a monster. Now I'm in full-on beast mode. I don't have to worry about taking my shirt off because I've already done the work. I don't have to worry about what other people think about me because I've already done the inner work. It's not of my concern of what people will digest Saints Addiction or judge my reliable models or how the way I live. It's of my concern to keep the peace of my mind, right? Peace of mind, which is priceless, going in belief central, not in disbelief or people that are secretly hating on me. You can't stop my shine. That's what I screamed right at that spot. Little girls got off this bus trying to talk some shit to me. It just came out of me. Just like, I love my life. Like each one just like, when you're doing backflips off of elephants in Thailand, I promise you'll scream the same. And this is all it was to arrive all this time, all the push-ups, all the sit-ups, all the late nights, all the early mornings, all of it, so I can arrive. So I can come here on time, look outside my balcony with the weed that was given to me and know that I'm going to go smoke my morning motivation. That I have a team that is in locomotion. That I have a dream that has started to hire other people. They say hustle so hard that you don't even have to introduce yourself. Homie, bitch, I'm him. Bitch, I'm him. I've been doing this. I've been speaking foreign languages. I was on the phone with my friend and he was like, holy shit, you speak Finnish? And I was like, yeah, bro, I speak a couple different languages. By couple, I mean over a dozen. Is my goal not to be fluent in all of them? And how do I do that? By being in these countries and practicing their language and not being lazy on my mind. And that includes the internal mind. You know what I mean? The the secret thoughts that we hide. Oh man, we're going to run out of money. Oh shit, what if she doesn't like me? Oh man, this might not work. That self-programming, that negative ants, the negative automatic thoughts that we pump ourselves full of, I'm telling you, you need to fill yourself full of something else. Self-belief and imagination and creativity has changed my whole dynamic. If I were to sit there and count, like we all do, of what's missing or what's not in my account, if I stop being accountable for my thoughts, my inner feelings, the messages that the universe is hearing, then that's what it'll be. It'll only listen to that. It'll only listen to me, what I truly believe, not this outwardly. Oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna start this workout, and that's the new year, new me, bro. You should see me. I'm different. Show me. We're from the show me state. Show me why you're different. Not just tell. This is show over tell. When we were kids, it used to be show and tell. This is show over tell. I don't want you just to tell me. I want you to show me. Teach me how I do it too. And this is why I get on this morning motivation, is to teach you, whoever will listen, whoever's tuning in, that I had to avert my brain from depression to make it function properly for me. And I was in so much pain, heartache, and loss. Why haven't I made it? Why isn't my life the way I want it to be? And all I kept doing was closing my eyes and dreaming the biggest dream. It scared me because that means I'm traveling. That means I'm doing things I've never done before. And then it started to turn into excitement. It really did. It started to turn into like, what else can my brain expand on? Is it not enough to have a clothing line? But I also want a coconut farm. Oh, you know what I mean? I also want Join We Club to be worldwide. And there it was. I was handing a Join We Club card to the Snoop Dogg of Finland. And he rolled up a great spliff. Great times, great energy. It's all coming towards me. All the networking, all the hard work, all the sales education and training is now parlaying over to new employees. People that want to work with me or with the team I created. And here we are all working at all the time at the edge and the precipice of earning $25,000 a month, 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month, 250 grand a month. The possibilities are endless. Site in a sec, app in a sec, video in a sec. We're ready. Intersect.ai is ready to take over. We literally rebuilt Shopify, Hootsuite for social media, Shopify for email, for websites, and doing email blasts and email campaigns. Nobody can take that away. And every time I do a live or we make a product or we make a sale, the name drops again. I couldn't fucking believe it. The girl goes, Saints Addiction, that sounds familiar to me. I'm like, I must be doing something right. So the other people that say, oh, your posts push people away and your girls are ugly and you are blocked. You're a non-believer. The last thing I need is your non-peacefulness. And that's what I did. I walked away from a friend who I haven't heard from in a long time who started to give me shit in the end. And I was just like, fuck all that, bro. I'm here to shine. I'm here to get into my life and make it mine. And that's why I step out on this ledge. I step out into my mind and I look out into the world and I say, what is mine? What is my mind saying to me? What is life saying to me? And how do I echo and respond to it? And that's everything. Nobody wants to tell you it, but it's everything. Let's bless up with me. Join We Club Saints Addiction. And that's what it feels like. It feels like a dream actualized, It feels like accomplishment, but it feels like my inner power is right. Like I've gone right by myself. I haven't gone wrong by myself. I stopped wronging me and disowning me and making myself feel like a different reality. And I started to join the universe and appreciating everything. I think gratitude is the way, because if you unappreciate things, then you disregard their power. If you become numb to your world, to your desires, to your manifestations, then they won't happen. And if you constantly fear the other side of yourself, if you are always living in disbelief, then you won't believe. But I'm here to tell you, I started to believe, and I'm here. I'm here in my condo, in my crib, in this Airbnb, all fancy, with my things, listening to Neville Goddard make my dreams into a reality. And that's all that I wanted. I dreamed the biggest dream I could, and I made it. I made brands, I made it around the world, and I made it mentally. Because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take you believing, not your friends, not your family, not people, strangers, you believing. When other people can't see, you need to believe. And this is what's taking place inside me. It's taken over me. Instead of, oh, I'm running out of money, I'm out of money, I say abundance, abundance, abundance. Instead of, oh, what's going to happen, I'm going to make it happen, Captain. And instead of worrying about what other people think of me, like these strangers looking up above, I am free. I'm above the fray. I'm above their belief or disbelief or their judgment. And that's how I know I made it. I'm not worried about my mom, Mary, trying to tell me, why are you putting the V2 sticker out here? It's because I'm a rebel, baby. A running rebel, running around this world, rebelling against the system, thinking for myself, living off the grid. Ain't nobody can stop me. The only person that can stop you is you. And if you are going to pump yourself full of the shit that won't work and why it won't work and what's not working, then that's what you're going to fixate on instead of appreciating what is happening, what is growing, and what your mind can do. Then you will be able to put out into this universe you. I put me out into this universe. I put me out into the sunshine. I put me into the right mentality. And that's what it took. It took me believing when other people wouldn't. It took me seeing inside myself that this was developing me. All the situations, South Korean prison, moving all the time as a kid, traveling the world. And we're like, how do you do it? Well, I made friends. You should make some too. And by making new friends, I can smoke tobacco too. Life is a blessing, not a stressing. It's developing. Like a film, you know? I was watching last night, Lee, that presentation. Oh, look, there's a bee. Came up to me. You know, Lee went into the front line of World War II, a female, to take photographs, and she was so unconventional. She hated the divide between men and women. She hated when rules stopped her, and she even dressed up like a man to get on the front line. It's amazing. She's amazing. You're amazing. I'm amazing. Life is amazing when you want to blaze. Keep blazing the amazing. Keep blazing the amazing, you know? And that's what it is. You got to blaze up your mind. You got to blaze up your possibilities. Life is totally conspiring in your favor. You're just not seeing. You're not seeing the development. You're not seeing the transformation. You're over there questioning instead of appreciating. You're over there counting instead of accounting yourself. You know, I was telling people about being accountable. I am accountable for me. I keep getting up every morning. I keep networking. I keep selling. And for that, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I don't let people come to me and bring their mentality to me. I bring my mentality to the world, and I keep shining. It feels so good to have the sun on my skin. It feels so good to have arrived where I wanted to, that I can go to around the world, get an apartment anywhere, and keep creating my life the way that I want it to. Waking up with hope, waking up with positivity and possibility, and it's just transformed me. I can believe this is my body. I can believe this is my life, and I can believe in me, and that makes it all possible. That makes everything all possibly, you know, like every other people, not going to happen. Well, make it happen. You know, what do you really want? What do you see? And act as if that's already you. Act like you've already received. That's what this is talking about. Detach from the outcome and just live in the now with all the power that you have, the willpower to make something a reality, And that's what we want. We don't want to just think about it. We want to live it. We don't just want to imagine it. We want to bring it. And I got news for you. It's already been brought. I've already brought myself around this world. I've already brought myself around my mentality. I already brought myself to this occasion. And because I am here, and because I live with no fear, and because I persist, just like 12 years a slave, I persist. I persist that this will always happen, that I will always get up and do my best. As long as this sun is shining, so am I. I'm never going to stop my shine. I'm always going to love my life, you know? And that's what it's about. It's about loving my life and not being afraid of what other people think or how they feel or what they believe. It's about believing in me. And I believe in me. I bet on me, and I'll continue to double down till infinity and beyond. And that's what it feels like. Waking up to be me. I made it. I'm not on the floor anymore. I'm not on air mattresses. I'm not on someone else's couch. I'm on my own accord. And because of my business, I've got to go this far because I kept working that hard, and because I keep creating ways for it to work instead of why it won't work or why people don't like me or why things aren't going the way that I plan. I've detached. I've now said, universe, you're my guide. Sunshine, you're my light. And this is my life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wake up to this kind of peace, and I wake up to this kind of prosperity, and I wake up to these adventures, and it's all mine. No one can take this away from me. You can't take this away from me, baby. You know, where's my fucking get at me, dog? You know what I mean? That raw, that dog. You know what I mean? Who's the artist that I'm thinking of? DMX, baby. You can't take this away from me. You can't be my health. You can't be my wealth, and you can't be my wisdom. But I am wealthy. I am wise. I am healthy. You know, I listen to the I am affirmations in the morning. I listen to the Neville Goddard's every morning, and listen to me getting out of my way and letting the universe bring all these possibilities that I can't see. You know, deals that I didn't make that person call me, but now they have bought me a condo. Thank you, universe. You know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that I don't have to fear for my meals. I appreciate that I don't have to worry. I can be intrepid and brave on my journey. That it's accepting me and guiding me in directions that I can't even see. Possibilities, destinations unknown, known. You know what I mean? Just all the things that I couldn't see are now a possibility, and all the people that I haven't got to meet, and new experiences that I haven't had yet, and more knowledge of languages that I still want to speak. It's all a possibility. It's all inside me, and it's all inside you too. You know, you need to go inside you and believe in you. You need to get up in the morning and start brushing your teeth with your left hand and telling yourself that I love you. You know, the love for ourselves, the love for our skin, that this body has even carried me, these knees, these OG knees, and these feet have let me walk this earth, have let me rise above depression, have led me past things that I thought would kill me, and they haven't. I'm still alive, and I'm still mentally with it, and I can still feel the earth. You know, I can still feel it in my feet. I can still feel it on my skin. I still feel alive, and and that wasn't the end. All those prisons, all those abortions, all those misunderstandings, it's still not the end. And I will continue to move forward till I persist. And it's that simple. It's really that simple. Giving yourself that amount of, again, like that ketamine trip that I had, a natural ketamine trip that I was in all situations at all times, universally. All the steps that I took, even since I was a child, from moving places a lot to traveling places a lot, from daydreaming from the National Geographic to making those pages come into reality,
and for having a mentality for business and still believing in myself, even after failures, that I can still run a team internationally and be an international businessman and a successful one at that. I'll take it. So as soon as we start making that $25 to $250,000 a month, people will start paying attention more. As soon as we have multiple clients and we start serving AI to the world, bringing AI solutions, in seconds, right? This is going to be a thing. I'm doing the thing. So I was just like, I made it, man. I made a business. I made myself, and I made it in life, man. I'm over here looking at my clothes, just like, damn, bro, there it is. There's my logo. My friend's like, where's my hat? You know what I mean? Where's my gear? And then I look at myself and I said, that's the show. You're the man. You're the man that said you would and you did, and that's all that matters. So I'm grateful for this body this morning. I'm grateful for this sunrise. I'm grateful for this apartment, and I'm grateful for my life. And it's transformed me. It's actually transformed me. So I hope somebody gets something off this sauce. I hope somebody gets this message this morning. It's imperative that I reach, preach, and teach every morning. But yeah, when I was overweight and homeless and nobody was listening, well, guess what? I'm hopeful, and I made it. So if anybody has any questions on how to get past it, depression, severe disasters in their lives, or maybe they don't know what the future will bring, I'm here to say it brings wondrous things. It just does. And I'm so grateful for the universe conspiring in my favor. I'm so grateful to have abundance and shelter and businesses. I'm just so grateful that my tenacity is still here. And that's all that I care, is that I can keep moving me. That's your morning motivation. Peace and love. And as always, Chigaton. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But the other side of your fears, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where I am. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.